Welcome to Odin Sun Entertainment. Please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification for future content. Welcome, Guardians, to another episode of Destiny 2. This is Odin Sun, and we're here at the Calus final boss battle. After several failed attempts at beating Calus, I ended up going back out and masterworking the Quicksilver Storm so it would have Strand subclass attached to it. And just for good measure, I ended up bringing along the Osteostriga. Before going head to head with Calus, I highly suggest that you double down on solar resistance and also toss on a void resistance for the scions creeping around the room. Next on our list is Focusing Strike. One thing all Guardians have in common is we're going to be whipping around on our grappling hooks and punching the shit out of enemies. It grants class ability energy whenever you cause melee damage. And last but not least, Healthy Finisher, Utility Kickstart, and Proximity Ward. Now these three mods synergize quite well because you're going to be doing a hell of a lot of finishers as you fight your way through this boss battle. Now the name of the game here is Stick and Move. You want to jump from platform to catwalk and back to platform again. You do not want to get stuck standing still because you will get hit by that shit right there. And trust me, it is not fun because pervading darkness starts creeping in and it is game over. One thing that I learned above all else is hold on to your grappling energy because boy oh boy will you get tossed off the damn map. It has happened to me more times than I can count, and believe me, I have learned from my mistakes. So I only use it when there's very little enemies on the platform that I can easily take out, or I'm not standing next to some asshole that has the ability to toss me off the map. Now, just as you may know, once you whittle Calus down quite a bit, he will call in reinforcements in the form of Dementors. And these guys are assholes, man. They throw all kinds of purple stuff at you, and they do not take no for an answer. So keep your distance. Trust me, these guys are not ones to be trifled with. Now, you can mess around and do these punches if you like, but then you risk getting thrown off the map. Now this here was simply accidental. I was literally falling to my death like I have so many times before and managed to grab a hold of something. Now at this point in the mission, sheer determination had taken over and I was not going out without a fight. That's what I told myself anyway. So I decided to climb back up. Fueled by pure anger and frustration during my 130th attempt at this mission, I decided to charge headfirst into battle and face my opponent. And just like in Destiny 2 fashion, my overpowered friend just threw me off the ledge once again and I landed on the structure below. Now, unless you're a pure Destiny god, I'm sure if you try this solo, you will meet your demise in this pit of despair more times than you would like to admit. So I decided to sit here and chill for a second and regather my thoughts, and then I realized that I might be able to get a couple hits off on this Dementor. Warning, if you are lactose intolerant, you might want to leave this video because it is about to get cheesy. At this point, I took pure advantage over this situation. No longer did this guy have the upper hand on me because I now had the upper hand on him. And like the Destiny god that I am, I defeated this foe in pure style. Or rather, I just sat underneath the bridge and lit him up from a distance and he couldn't do a damn thing about it. And let me tell you, it felt amazing. Now with the punk ass Dementor dead and gone, the only thing left is to kill Calus. So I jumped back up on the bridge and I hid behind these plates and lit his ass up from a distance just like I did with the Dementor. Now kids, the phrase of the day is stick and move. And that's exactly what you're going to have to do to survive because he shoots these missiles at you and they don't feel good, let me tell you. My guy was close to death several times, but luckily I'm a wizard and I have rifts that heal me. So I drop him down and I continue lighting his ass up. Now keep in mind, once you get his health down to about halfway, your buddy the Dementor comes back to play. And boy, we know how fun that can be. Now, common knowledge is that grenade launchers got a significant buff, so I highly suggest bringing one along for the ride because it is tremendously helpful in whittling Calus's health down. Now, eventually, I end up getting his ass down to the halfway point, and my best friend, the Dementor, comes to play with me again. Now, I would love to tell you that in a hero's fashion, I fought the good fight. I went toe-to-toe with this clown and I whooped him like a damn champion. But, nah, this ain't that kind of story. Here comes the Gouda! Now, there's nothing in the video game world that I despise more than a troll, but man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And these guys are ridiculously tough on Legend, especially when you're running this solo, so you gotta take it where you can get it, man. Now, I'm not even going to sugarcoat this. This can take a while. So definitely have a little bit of patience when it comes to this. Don't go getting all fancy on them and jumping back up on the bridge, because more than likely he's going to knock you off the ledge again. And hey, like, if you want to be a hero, you go right ahead. I'm going to be shady as all hell, and I'm going to kill this son of a bitch from underneath the bridge like I did his friend. After murdering that Dementor like the troll that you are, jump back up on the catwalk. Reach into your pants and whip out that big fat Osteostrega. And go ahead and dump a big fat screaming swarm all over Calus's face. Its intrinsic trait fires a stream of sentinel toxic projectiles that track targeted enemies and poisons the hell out of them. Now, if you made it this far in the mission, you know that Calus gets pretty damn spicy at this point. All his homies are gone, he's left all alone, all he's got is these few little assholes running around with guns trying to light you up. Fortunately enough, they don't follow you up onto the catwalk, so this is fair game, man. Do what you can, light his ass up, spray him from a distance. Remember, stick and move, because he's gonna throw that shit at you again. And just keep lighting his ass up. Now, me personally, I thought it was over at this point. I see his health bar going down. I'm like, hell yeah, baby, this son of a bitch is dead. And as it turns out, not so much. So now he's pissed. He's got his swords out and he's coming at you harder than ever. And me personally, I just kind of backpedal away from his ass. I light him up with the Osteostrega, and every once in a while I get a little sucker punch off. And just like in Destiny 2 fashion, a son of a bitch knocks me straight off the ledge. And I'm telling you what, man, I'm sick and tired of this stuff at this point. I've been pretty good at killing all the enemies and lighting him up, but every time that I get a little edge, he manages to knock me off the freaking map. And I'm quite sick of it at this point. But I'm figuring that I can't even touch him because he's up there and I'm down here, so I jump my ass right back up on top again. Now, boys and girls, at this point in the game, it's like 4 a.m. in my time, and I'm just trying to get this shit over with. So I'm going toe-to-toe with this son of a bitch, and he's tearing me up, man. He's got all his homies around, lighting me up from every angle. He hits me with a strong blow, and I back up so I can drop my rift. And sure enough, just like every other goddamn time that I've tried beating this asshole, he goes ahead and knocks me off the map again. So, as I'm sitting down here regaining my composure and my health, I start to get to thinking like, holy shit, toxic tracking projectiles. So, I regain my footing and I figure, fuck it, while I'm down here, might as well try to get off a few shots, and it works. So, I just sit here and I light his ass up from a distance. I see the hit points and I just keep it going. And that's how I cheesed the final mission in Lightfall. If you guys like this content and want to see more of it, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification. And I will see you next time.